Hey everyone. Welcome to another episode of our podcast.
Josh, how was your week?
Crazy. I moved back to Victoria.
Yay!
But it was been like a super hectic, like, I don't know how people do this where they I done my job. I'm not a teacher anymore.
Yeah.
To moving at the same time and like trying to say goodbye to everybody. But anyways, the last week has just been hectic of like closing things off at school, saying all my goodbyes to my friends, and then also packing with my parents there. And I love my parents. Like, honestly, they help me so much, but it's just stressful to have my mother.
Honestly, I feel like it's just easier to pack on your own sometimes.
Yeah. So, like, I luckily packed most of my stuff, like, before they came.
Mm-hmm.
But it was more of, like, moving things. And I actually am very thankful for my dad. He's like an organization genius. Like, I don't know how you did it in our van, but so that really helped. But it was just honestly a weird week. I was so tired by the time I got home. And actually, something happened on the ferry on the ride home that was like, I think, kind of racist and just a little bit. So I was on the ferry and I was getting my food, and this is like I had 2 hours of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I finished an ultimate game at like 10:30. Got to my friend's place I was staying at 11:30. Took a shower. By that time, it was like 12 midnight. We chatted for a bit, and like I should sleep. So I slept for like 2 hours. Woke up at like 3:45, and I had to get to the ferry by 5.
Oh, that's gross.
So I was already tired. So like I was already got my venti Starbucks, like ready to go. You know, Starbucks. Actually, Ding Tea, Ding Tea, please. Ready to go. And then like I was like lining up to get food because I was really hungry. And so this person in front of me had asked me, it's a white. Yes. Did someone knock? Hi, Dad. I have not. No. My dad. Sorry, that was my dad interrupting our episode. This is the first, actually.
Actually, yeah.
And we've done this at my house.
Yeah.
Forever.
A lot.
Wait, what did I say? Okay, yeah. So I was this person in front of me. He had asked me like, "Oh, is this the only dining area?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I think this is the only dining area. I think there's like a snack station or something on the ferry or whatever." But yeah, so it's fine, pretty chill. And then we get to the cashier, and so the cashier was wearing a mask, and I was wearing a mask. And he said, "So what's with the masks?" And I was just like kind of thrown off by it because I'm like, "Oh, just a preference thing. Like I just want to be as safe as possible because like it's been maybe 3 years of pandemic." And then the cashier was like, "Oh yeah, like we masks are recommended, but you don't have to wear it." And then like it's just like it felt like a demon came out or something, but he like had this whole 180 turn and literally just like yells at me, being like, Can you not breathe on me? Like, it's effing disgusting." And I was just like,
but you're the one wearing the mask.
I know.
Like, he's the one
exactly
spreading his gross germs.
So then
everywhere.
I just stood there, like, at first I was like, I was kind of shocked. It was like a weird, like, shift. Like, it was like suddenly he became this super, really angry person.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Yeah, your mask is disgusting. Can you please turn around?" And this was like 6 a.m. So, like, I'm exhausted.
Sir, it's 6 in the morning.
And I'm like, I ain't gonna give you my energy to clap back at you, because I have many things I would say to you.
Mm-hmm.
So I just like literally just like turned my head like this, just like slightly. I didn't even turn around. Like, I'm not gonna turn around for you. And then luckily the person behind me was just like, "Hey, it's okay." So I'm like, "It's fine, whatever, I don't care." They get the cashier, and then she's like, "I'm so sorry, man. It's fine." I'm like, "Visa, thanks." And I just like sat down. I like started eating my toast, just like instantly, just being like, "Did that just happen to me?"
That's so, like, why so much rage at 6 in the morning?
I know,
for something that's so unnecessary.
And it's sad because like I don't know if it was like racist at all, but it just felt like it because I was literally one of the only people wearing it, and I was the only Asian on board, and the cashier was also Asian. So like that was kind of weird to me, and I was just like, dude, like, one, that's literally why I'm wearing a mask, so that you can't feel my breath.
Yeah.
Isn't that logical? Anyways.
The way that he asked, "What's with the mask?" Like, where have you been the past 3 years?
I know.
Like, everyone's wearing a mask.
Like, I was like, "God, I'm so tired. Why
Please don't test me today."
So then like I'm so tired on the ferry, and then my colleague was there. I told her about it, and I was like super sleepy. Got home, unpacked everything, and then now we're in the new if you're watching the video podcast, this is better lighting. you will see. I think you will see Oscar with us today, and
There's
Danny.
Danny's sideways now.
It's okay. Danny will be in all angles. He actually was in our episode with Elliot, and I didn't
Yeah.
notice.
He was just kind of like creeping.
But yeah, so that was my week. How was yours?
Mine was, what was it? It's been busy just this past like month, just like with life. I don't know what happened, but just so much stuff.
Did you feel like June was just like packed,
Yeah,
and then it just like zoomed by?
yeah. I just don't know. But this morning I went to spin class as I do, and they had an ABBA themed spin class.
Really? That's fun.
It was so much fun. It was so hype. You're just like spinning to like Dancing Queen and like all those other Mamma Mia songs.
Yeah.
It was so good. I was thinking as I was spinning, I was like, should I become a spin instructor? Then I was like, I'm dying. I can't be a spin instructor yet. So I'm like,
you just do like half an hour. It's an hour, right?
15 minutes.
50 minutes. I think you just do it for 20 minutes.
I just don't know. Like, it's crazy because they do all these, because you've been to one, like the super fast jogs. Like, how do they talk at the same time? It's crazy.
Do you remember? This is funny though. To those people in VidCat who was in English choir for that musical that we don't talk about that never happened. Do you remember when we first started rehearsing, dancing, and singing, and we were just like,
it's a lot of work.
Yeah, and we were walking.
That's true.
we were walking.
We weren't even like strenuous or anything.
Yeah.
It was just walking across the stage.
Yeah, but like I can't imagine them being like super fast and also hyping us up.
Right. And there's also like, because a lot of them do like motivational things too, like it's like, come on, keep going, stuff like that. It's like, you guys are amazing. I don't know how you do it.
I
need to get to that level.
I kind of want to do another spin class.
I got guest passes.
We should find a really good themed.
Yeah,
like,
I'll look and see what's coming up.
Because it wasn't the last time we went. Was there supposed to be another? It was supposed to be a theme or something, and then
they kind of. It's not like a set time where they have themed ones. It's kind of just like sprinkled wherever. So I can look at the schedule and see.
Okay, I'm super down.
Fun.
I kind of want to. I'm in the best shape I've been in my entire life, I think, because of all the sports I've been playing. So maybe it's Hot Boy Summer.
Let's do it.
Let's go. You guys can hold me accountable.
Do it.
Yeah, but just like you just feel so much better about yourself when you work out and like, exercise.
You honestly do. It's good for you.
I wish that it was taught to me at a younger age.
What's exercise?
Ooh, the eyes emoji.
I don't know.
Yeah, what are we talking about today?
What are we talking about today? You had a big change.
I had a very big
this
change.
weekend.
Also, side note, Catherine and I literally struggled for like 10 minutes earlier before we started recording. Because we haven't done like an actual recording episode since April. Surprise.
We were pre-recording like crazy.
Yeah, and then we ran out.
They don't need to know that. Don't tell them that.
But anyways, yeah, had a big change. I quote unquote quit my job.
Wait, yes? I was like, wait, is this something to applaud for?
I think it is. I think because Catherine's been there since like I thought about quitting my job, and like I guess today we could talk about just career because I mean we have talked about it in the past, but it was really tough to quit, and I think there's a lot more factors that in the decision than I thought. And a huge part of it was, I think, how I was brought up as a kid. Yeah.
Like, what do you mean by that?
Like, so I have been a workaholic since I don't know when. I've literally been working a job since grade 7 or 8, and even throughout university, I worked at like Stephen Chef as usual, like taught piano for like 8 hours a Saturday, and so I've been like basically working my entire life. And to be like I'm quitting my job with no plan is not me.
That's kind of exciting though. I got excited.
But like because Heather knows me and my friends know me, I'm not like that. I'm like, this is the plan, this is what's happening, this is what I'm doing for the future. But this was like, even this job came pretty easily and came very quickly after I graduated, and which is nice to have that full-time stability, but to just basically be like I should quit, and then for me being like I shouldn't because it's stable and it's a good paying job, and like, why would you leave that comfortability? And I mean, my parents are workaholics too, so they have always been working super hard to provide for our family and all those things, but that came with a sacrifice, right? But yeah, I remember like that was a really tough decision for me, because I'm like, I get anxious really easily. I'm literally making a choice that is going to make me freak out. But I had peace with it. Like, there was some kind of peace to leaving my job and pursuing other things. Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Do you feel nervous? Because you don't have anything set up right now, right?
Yeah.
Does that feel really strange?
I think it will hit me more later on. I think because right now it's still like summer vacation or summer months, right? So like in the next 2 months, I already have 6 weddings to go to, and I know everyone's getting married
this summer,
and I'm very single.
He's single.
Hey. But so I think that will help me be busy. But I think when September happens, when school starts again, I think I will feel it more. But the one thing I think that's really nice is that my parents are actually really supportive of it, and that's, I think, one thing also with that was a factor to my decision was I can't let my parents down. And I mean, I think that's generally like the story of my life, though, like just wanting to be obedient and to make my parents proud, and to be like, hey, I'm quitting a full-time job. A good full-time job. For me, I thought they would be like not supportive and like angry. But actually, when one time we were walking up Mount Doug, and I think they saw how miserable I was, and they've seen me. Sorry.
Minor adjustments.
They see me like in terms of my mental health, like go through the ringer. And not, it wasn't specifically just my job. It was just other things as well. But they knew that I wasn't really fully present or really fully enjoying my job. And they actually, we were just walking on the mountain, and then they just randomly were like, if you don't like teaching, you can quit. And I was just like, what?
I think it's really cool that they like tapped into that.
Yeah.
Just with Asian parents, because usually they just kind of
say nothing.
Yeah.
And so that's why it threw me off. I was just like, what? He's like, yeah, like we know you don't like it, and it's not. And for me, it's like, I know I'm really hard on myself, and I don't think I'm as capable as most what people think of me as. And my dad was even the one saying like, you're more than a teacher, right? Like, you have so many skills, and as a teacher, you use a lot of different skills, right? It's not just teaching, that you can use in any other pursuits or interests that you have, and it's okay. Like, it's not like, we know, like, my dad is more understanding of the situation. He's like, well, I know you. You're not somebody to be like lazy and sit around and do nothing, because I would die. And like, you can use whatever your experiences in other places. Could be a government job or any other job, but you have so many other talents. And for me, I'm like, I don't know how to respond to that. Like, I never say that to me. Like, you've never said that to me. And so that really helped. And that after that conversation, that was when I started thinking about quitting. Like, I think I thought about it during the summer. I think when we were hanging out, I was telling you about it, but it wasn't until that conversation where it like kind of allowed me. You needed
that approval from your parents before you could actually be like, okay, I can quit.
I think like, I mean, I know I'm an adult now, and I have to make my own choices, and you do that. I do that in a lot of other situations, but to finally be in the same, or finally have the same mindset or like same like thought of maybe you should try something new that aligned with my parents, I think that brought a lot of joy to my childhood itself.
Oh, your inner child is like, yes!
Right? Because I think for me, it's like, I am somebody who would just suffer and persevere through it. But the fact that my parents were the ones who saw it, that meant a lot to me, because they haven't really been, like you said, outspoken about that before. And so that really helped. And then like even like now, like I have nothing set for the next couple of months, and this is the first time I have the choice to say yes to things. Right?
Mhm.
You know me, like if in university, I looked at my transcript. I took 9 courses one
I
semester,
don't know how you did that.
and I worked as usual
I don't
2 days a week,
know how.
and
How is that possible?
taught piano, and the choir, and dive.
I don't know how.
I was burned out. I almost spat my pearl out of my mouth. I threw up, and like for me, that's kind of for me it was a way for me to escape. You know, from thinking about other things, right? But I think I got to a point during the pandemic where it's just like, I'm not enjoying this. I don't have things that I'm passionate about right now, and that's literally eating me up alive. And maybe back then I was like still okay because I did things I liked, like choir, and hung out with you guys still, and all those things. But I was like, I can't do this again. And I'm sure my students or colleagues would listen to this. It's not you guys. It's just I just wasn't enjoying that time of my life, and wasn't really teaching that much music. And it's not like I can't really change much of that because our school is quite small. But I think for me, it opened up a whole new side of, hey, why don't I actually do the things that I enjoy and pursue things that I've always been interested in, but literally had no time to do. Yeah.
So that's super exciting.
Yeah, that's super exciting.
On that note, what do you want to do? This podcast is over.
This episode is brought to you by sorry, what were you saying?
On that note, what do you want to do? Like, do you have any idea on what other jobs you would like to try?
So during the last year, I actually did some background work, and I enjoyed that. Although it was kind of like long days, it was new. It was like different from teaching, and so I don't know if I could do that long term, but still want to pursue that. I think like find other opportunities in that. I've always wanted to write my own music, so I have a song. Like I wrote a song with a good friend of mine last week, and just kind of like that whole process. We sat down for like 5 hours. That whole process is kind of reminded me of like, oh, I am still interested in this. I always have been, and so I'm excited to like dive into that world of like my own personal music.
Something more like creative.
Exactly.
I feel like you would definitely flourish in.
Yeah.
Because you haven't really, like, I guess teaching, you get somewhat of that.
Yeah.
But you kind of have a structure with teaching, right? Because you have to teach.
Yeah. And so that's kind of like that's the one thing I think I recognized was that I wasn't diving into my creative outlets like in the last couple of years. And I think in 2019 it was okay because I was like fresh to the draw. Everything was new. I was like, this is so fun. But 2020, 2021 was kind of the moments of like, oh, I haven't done anything for myself. So that's kind of how there's like a lot of things I could talk about that's related to my decision, but I think just doing things for me or doing creative things for myself will help. And I remember I used to do covers and all that stuff, and I literally just stopped everything, right?
Yeah.
And back then we had choir where I would arrange things. We were singing, we would do fun things with different songs, and so I think I try to remember like, oh, that's probably why I like was singing. I actually was able to do that stuff.
Yeah. That's exciting. You have so much time now.
I know, but that's scary to me. Like thinking about like I have so much time to think in my thoughts. Like
you have to deal with your thoughts.
I had to deal with myself, and that's why I talked about this before in an episode. But like I had to sit in my thoughts and deal with those traumas and stuff to now finally be able to like be okay by myself. And I feel like I feel like I'll be better now than let's say 2019 before I had a job, right? Like, but my goal on the teacher on call list is to like help out some friends, and but I can say yes to other things, and I have travel plans lined up in the next couple of months, which is new to me because I don't do any of that.
That's exciting. It's gonna be a good summer.
I think so. I hope so.
Yeah.
All my friends are so excited for me, and I'm like,
he's like, I'm scared.
Literally everyone I've told is just like, oh, that's so exciting. I'm so excited for you. And I'm like,
It'll get there. Once you're settled in,
yeah,
hopefully.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it'll be easier as time goes on, and I think because I'm definitely a very routine person. I never really realized that until recently. But I think as I find that kind of flow of like, you know what, this is the day where I do this stuff, or this is the day where I will, go work for something, or, I think that will be really helpful. And I'm excited to actually have time to do stuff like this, like our podcast. Like, sorry. It's just like June, I literally was like, Catherine, I'm dying and I can't do anything. She's like, it's fine. I'm like, no, it's not.
It's not okay. I'm like, yeah, it's fine.
Like,
I'm
Josh,
also dying.
Right. And so like just being able to like be back in Victoria and like be in the same city as my co-host.
We
right?
have not been in the same city. Did we start the podcast when we were in this? We didn't. We were in different cities when it started.
We started the podcast. Our first episode was in my apartment.
Yeah. So we have not been in the same city since this podcast started.
That was the same day as the weird Metrotown thing.
Oh, right.
Every time we go to Metrotown, you go back to our first episode, we talked about it. But every time we're like, oh, this is where they had the rifles.
There were also rifles recently. Right?
That actually scared me. Unfortunately in Victoria there was a shooting at a bank, I think.
Yeah, some two people decided to stick up a bank, which I thought was strange because I only imagined bank robberies to happen in movies.
Yep.
I was like, this happens in real life?
Mm-hmm.
And it was funny because my friend in Vancouver messaged me. She's like, there was a shooting. Are you okay? And I was like, what shooting? Because I was at work and I had no idea. And
it's crazy that we're on an island and we don't this. That was actually shocking to me when I heard about the news. But in Vancouver, it's it happens once in a while, so it doesn't shock me that happened. But to happen in Victoria, which is a small town, and in the neighborhood where it happened too, because it's so wholesome, I guess, for lack of a better word. I had 5 friends who used to live in Victoria messaged me, being like, hey, is everything okay? How are your parents? And my parents were with me, so I was just like, thank God. Honestly, and my brothers, just sorry, but my parents. But I was just like, what? That's, I can't imagine.
I know. Sketchy stuff.
Well, I'm glad that people are generally okay. I know that 2 people were shot. And so some officers were injured, but overall, I don't know what to do. How do we get to this?
You're talking about rifles at Metrotown.
Sorry, guys, it got real sad for a second.
Segue.
But yeah, so I'm just excited for the next chapter and excited to discover more about myself, I think.
Yeah. That'll be exciting and scary.
Yeah, it was definitely so tough leaving my communities there,
because you were saying that you were at a point where you were kind of feeling settled before you left, right?
Yeah, and it's crazy that even, let's say, April, I remember coming here and recording some stuff with you and being like, I'm so excited to come home, and then things shifted in May. I connected to my church fellowships and community really, really well, and then everything just shifted, and it was I saw them 3 to 4 times a week, and I was excited. But before I was I didn't feel connected enough to feel that, I guess. And so now it's I really grew with them, and had my birthday party with them. They threw me a surprise party, and for me, even my year-end concert, there's a picture I posted on Instagram, my personal one that you won't know of. Sorry. Was just me crying, and then the audience and the students were all standing up. And that picture, every time I see it, just reminded me Josh, you persevered and you went through a lot of crap in the last couple of years, but you still made an impact, and you still connected with every single person. And that really for me was touching, because I felt guilty, honestly. I wasn't really fully present at work, and because I was just trying to figure out what gives me joy, what's going on, how do I deal with these traumas and all these things, but then I still was able to connect with these people, and the same with my church community. Some of them wrote in my scrapbook, which is behind me, I think. just like how they said that although I was, going through things behind the scenes, they were thankful of how kind and caring I still was to them.
Mm-hmm.
So like, and then that, just like the last 2 months, it's just been like so much love and so much care for me and it's the most comfortable I've been in a really long time. And so like you said, like just finally feeling settled in and like ready to just freeze time and just stay with that community. But I don't got a job anymore.
Yeah.
And it's expensive to live in Vancouver.
Living in a different city now.
Right? And so it was actually really tough. So the last week, I think it'll hit me more. But I'll see them next week for a wedding. So it's not like I'm
leaving, but just kidding. I'm back.
I remember thinking in my post, I put like, I know this is sentimental, but I already moved and I just wanted to just be like sad. But yeah. So
lots of changes.
Too many changes.
Lots of change is good. It's uncomfortable, but it's good. Be uncomfortable.
Yes, Mom.
Sit in it.
Sit in it.
Feel it.
It's actually funny. Actually, I just remembered this. Like a week before, 2 weeks ago. So I was packing my stuff, and my mom called me. She was like, "Honey, like, are you packing now?" I'm like, "Yeah, Mom, I'm packing." She's like, "Have you found a job yet?" I'm like, "Mom." This is late in the middle of me like thinking about like leaving and like finishing things up, and this is like right after like a surprise party that they threw for me, and I'm just like, this is too much. Mom's like, "Mom, I will figure it out. Don't worry. Bye."
Classic mom.
Classic
mom move.
Yeah, not even like how you feel anymore. It's kind of like the cutting the fruit kind of thing, but from a distance.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, have you thought about your future?
What distance?
What distance?
Long distance.
Are you eating it? Hey everyone, we hope you've been enjoying our newest episode of RiceWashed. If you want to come support Catherine and I, we both have Instagrams. You can find me at JMKPoon and Catherine at CatherineLava.
Hey guys, we're excited to put out more content this summer. Make sure to check us out and subscribe on all our platforms: YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, and TikTok. We're on all of those at RiceWashed Podcast.
Oh, yeah. How about you? I mean, life changes for you?
I think I'm just kind of, I guess similar to you, I've kind of like started to feel more settled.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of falling into like a steady routine now and like finding stuff that I used to enjoy that I'm doing again, especially now that it's summer.
Yeah.
Like I've been doing spin classes, like more spin classes. I've been going paddleboarding a lot.
I haven't
just
been
being
paddleboarding.
outside, we should go paddleboarding. Like,
is there a lot of core? It's
like, for me, it's more arms and quads.
Oh, because you gotta be like stable.
Yeah. Just like outdoorsy things and getting settled with work. So it's good. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a good summer, I think.
Oh wait, last time we recorded was April. I mean, they don't know you got a new job.
Oh yeah, I did.
It's so funny. I was like, wait,
maybe that's April.
So that's I forget.
So I got a new job as a secretary. That's actually been kind of hectic because like I only recently found out like what I'm for sure doing. What day was that? Thursday. And I've been doing it for a month. So it was a new position technically they opened up. So what they opened it for was to alleviate some of the jobs from the other secretaries. So I'm kind of taking things from each of them. But also covering people because there are also people on vacation. So it's like you're covering, but you're still figuring out what you're doing. We don't know where you're sitting yet.
So it's like a brand new position. So they're just trying to figure out what.
So like they were slowly adding things on and like taking things off. And I was like, so there was a flood in our building a few weeks ago.
Shoot. And
so it like knocked out a whole bunch of like offices and stuff. So I didn't really have a desk to sit out for a while. So I was just like floating everywhere as well. So that was kind of annoying. Mm-hmm. So just in this past week, like things have actually been like settled, which is nice.
That's really nice. Yeah.
It's less stressful than my old position and it's more money, which is always good. Yeah. And so I think it'll be good. It's also full-time. I committed to a full-time life.
You haven't done full-time in a long time.
I've been casual for a really long time.
Which, honestly, okay, knowing me, full time would be good for me because it's routine or whatever. But casual sounds so nice.
Yeah, it is really nice. You can just take time off whenever you want.
But I need stability.
I feel like I was the opposite. I was like, you can't tie me down, no.
Maybe is that my face? Is that my new face? Can't tie me down face?
Yeah, you're turning into me. Because my coworkers were like, did you take a full-time line? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, who are you?
Who is this girl?
I'm like, I committed.
What have you
my
done to
gosh.
Catherine?
Yeah.
Because that for me is like, I know it's not good because, you know, long term thoughts, Josh, but like, I really like the idea of casual because I can slot it in whenever. And knowing me, I would do enough during the week to feel like I've done something this week. But anyways, I don't know what that is. If anyone is listening and has ideas, please hire me.
He needs a job.
I need a job, but also kind of don't want to right now.
Work in retail.
Oh, no.
I'm trying to picture you working. I just pictured you working at like American Eagle for some reason.
Why?
Hi guys, welcome to American Eagle.
I bought like 2 pairs
Our
of
jeans are on
there.
sale, 50% off.
They're always on sale. I would hate it. Like
That's such a weird thing.
I know. Like actually, you know what? I actually really enjoyed working at As Usual, the Bolty stuff.
Yeah.
Because remember, Catherine would just come hang out with me and watch me make drinks for people.
I would just do homework and sit there, and then we would just talk when there were no customers. And the owner would he'd make us like food and give it to us, and like it was so fun.
Hi, Patrick.
Hi.
Oh wait, because sadly, As Usual is closed. But we have a great plan for you, Patrick.
This is how you're going to tell Pat through the podcast.
Through the podcast. He's probably not listening. But Catherine and I were talking on the way to my place about how it would be so fun to work in a food truck. Like, if Patrick made one for it, we would totally have so much fun.
It would be really successful. We'd have so much fun. Like, I'll work cash.
Yeah.
You can be in the back making all this stuff.
Yeah.
Is it just going to be us two running the truck?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
It's just us two. We only serve 2 things. Bubble tea and, what else? Popcorn chicken.
Popcorn chicken. That's it.
There's no other flavor. It's just regular milk tea and popcorn chicken.
I mean, that could work because, simplicity.
That's true.
It's no fuss.
It's fast. People will know what they want.
Yeah. You only get 2 things. There's only 2 choices.
Like, guys, I'm really having a hard time deciding what I want. It's like, sir, there's only 2 options.
Can you please hurry up, sir? There's a line.
I don't know what flavor. Just one.
Just one flavor, sir.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah. So we're both going. We went through a change, a new job. I have no clue what's happening in my life. So yeah. I'm like, I know I'm excited though. I know I'm kind of terrified at the same time, but I'm generally excited to do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Do stuff.
Do stuff.
So that'll be really, really fun.
I always support people working casual. I'm an advocate for that.
It's just my parental influence, I think, is the thing that's stopping me.
Yeah.
But I think I actually talked to my dad about it. Me working part-time from home, I'm saving more money than I would living in Vancouver.
You are. You're saving a lot of money.
Yeah. And also, being a teacher in Vancouver, I think, pays less than here.
Really?
Yeah. If I start a full-time job here, I get paid, I think, more than my job right now.
That's weird.
Yeah. Not weird. Because we're on the island.
I was going to say, is it because of the island?
Island perks.
I guess
we don't have anything much.
One of the perks, it's still really expensive.
Yeah. Is that weird? Actually, no, it makes sense that expensive, right?
Are things more expensive here than on the mainland? Like groceries are the same, right? Ish?
I don't know.
I actually didn't realize.
I think we should figure this out. Why are we here?
We got to do some researching. We got to go to Vancouver. Let's go.
Yeah. I think the good thing is that I'm coming home I already know I have a community here.
Mm-hmm.
That's not scary. And the good thing is that I know that I built a community in Vancouver, so I can always go back.
Mm-hmm.
However, it's expensive.
It's expensive.
And for example, friends are like, "Why did you go back so early?" I'm like, "Oh, because I don't want to pay rent in the summer."
Real talk, guys. It's expensive.
This is the adult life talk.
Everything's expensive.
I have no money.
Yeah.
But if you would like to sponsor Ding Tea? McDonald's? Actually, if we got a McDonald's or Tim's,
that would be, oh my gosh, can you imagine?
I've seen videos of people get those McDonald's, what's it called? PRs?
A PR box or
Yeah.
McDonald's? We should have got McDonald's.
And then we should do a McDonald's
beforehand.
photo shoot. Like, we just look super hot eating nuggets.
A nugget, half dipped in sauce.
No, we should have a nugget and like a heart. Do you know what I mean? Sorry. This is...
Wait, okay, ideas. We'll talk about
Yeah,
this.
we'll talk about this later. Yeah, so super excited. But
There's so many outdoorsy things I want to take you on.
what are we gonna do this summer? What
I'm
are some of your
gonna
plans?
take
What are
you
your
down-
goals? Summer goals?
More fit.
Yeah, same.
My abs are popping out a little bit.
Oh,
We're gonna take those thirst trap pics.
she's gonna take the search traffic. I'm too shy for that.
he's,
I
he's a shy boy, just like, oh.
I think you would have to catch me by surprise. That's how you get my thirst
I'd
trap.
be like, Josh.
No, I feel like my thirst trap pics would just be me drinking water or something.
Wait, what?
No, okay, wait, no. You know what? We should do like because Timmy's. You gave me a shout out before. Let's do it again. I'll get some, like an ice cap because the summer weather's coming
Oh,
up.
right.
You could do some hot pics with the ice cap.
It's like melted on the beach.
Slightly
You're just
melted.
like,
But I'm just enjoying my time.
yeah, I'm like on the beach with like a melted McFlurry for
Mm.
McDonald's.
I kind of want to do more like hikes and stuff though.
Yeah.
I don't know why suddenly. I never really had the urge. I think also living in Vancouver versus living in Victoria where there's so much nature, I definitely miss that
It's
aspect of it.
definitely harder. I feel like it's harder to do outdoorsy things in Vancouver.
I agree.
Because like here you drive not even 5 minutes and you're at a mountain. Or
I
a
literally
beach.
like
There's a mountain right,
Like,
literally
literally
there.
right and I missed it actually a lot.
Mhm.
As a kid, I didn't care. I think because I was just so used to it. But
Yeah, we can go. We'll do spin classes. I'll take you paddleboarding. I'll take you on hikes. If
she's
you want
the
to
more
do,
adventurous one.
if you want to
can
do an
tell.
overnight hike, we need to get you gear though. Yeah, let's go do an overnight hike.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, they're so
He's gonna
excited.
be an outdoorsy boy.
I don't want this life. But this is the new me. This is what my friends say. This is my main character arc.
Yes,
I've always been, what's it called?
a side.
What's
I
this
was gonna say a
sub
side
character?
character,
I was like, what's a sub character?
an NPC.
Yeah, and then, do you know these terms? I didn't know you were a gamer.
I'm not a gamer. I don't know how I know that.
I was an NPC, but now I'm the main
I'm the
character.
main character. Yeah.
Give me a couple of months to figure it out first, though.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
There's so many things we could do. What else do you want to do?
I don't
Something
know.
like completely out of pocket that you would want to try.
In the summer?
Yeah.
I think, okay, I'm somebody who's likes to be very comfortable, like in terms of like not pushing myself out there too much or like not doing new things. But I feel like I want to just try stuff. Like, I don't know what exactly it is, but
Like,
I think I'm more open to things now than I used to be.
mhm.
Yeah.
What do we make you do?
What is it to do in
What
Victoria?
does Josh do? That's
Honestly-
like so not Josh. Dirt biking? Do you want to
I
do
don't
dirt
know why
biking?
it's the first thing I said.
Oh God,
The
what?
first thing I said was drugs.
Wait, what?
You're like, what's the thing that Josh want to do? I'm like, drugs.
Let's not do that.
Sorry.
Say no to drugs, kids.
Say no to drugs. Dirt bike. I think I would die. I'm so clumsy. I would get impaled by a tree.
We could go. Oh, let's not get you impaled. Quadding?
What's quadding?
ATVing.
Oh, that sounds really fun.
So you're not.
actually.
It's like more stable, so we could do that.
Yeah, a little stability.
Maybe let's not do that. Then. No, dirt biking then. Okay, less stable.
Let's get impaled by a tree.
What else? We could do. We should do a road trip somewhere on the island.
I want. I don't know. I don't know if I should put this out in the universe, but I know that like for right now I'm like in the best shape. I feel really good. I'm on to like get to that like hot boy summer level and just take some nice pics.
Get some abs and take those pics.
You know those
We
like
can oil you up.
Ew. Please stop. You know like what's it called? Like the prime years, like
Mm-hmm. Might as well.
with my perm too.
You gotta have something to show your grandkids. Be like, look, how do you say grandpa in Chinese?
It depends on the side. Yeah, so
Just what? Okay,
So, like-
so your grandkids on your side. Wait, I don't know how that works.
No.
What side?
Like mom or dad's
Oh, mom's
side.
side. So say you're showing your grandkids on your mom's side. You're showing them pictures when you were younger.
Yeah. Okay, the thing is, for me, I saw this like post a long time ago, but like it was like pictures of our parents back then. It looks like, you know, like the really funny like shorts and like long shirts and like messy hair, and then now it's like these like super
Selfie.
hot like ripped ad model shots.
You need to have
Yeah.
those pics to show your grandkids. This is
I
what
don't know if I want them
Grandpa
to see
Josh
that.
used to look like.
He used to not look as bad. But yeah, I think just do more things, put myself out there more, have fun,
Mm-hmm.
be less afraid of life because I have been for the last how many years of my life. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
Gonna do so many things.
main character arc.
So many things. When is
Cheers.
your villain arc?
Oh,
That's
my
a thing
villain arc.
too.
I think I could be a villain.
Yeah. No, I can't see that either.
No villain.
You feel
arc
too
for me.
bad.
I'll be like, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry about that.
I'm sorry. I hate you. I'm not kidding. Just kidding.
What other arcs are there? Are there other ones?
NBC. I still don't know how you
NBC
know
arc.
that one.
Surprise!
She's been gaming. Yeah.
Secretly gaming.
Yeah, I don't know. But I'm excited. I think this summer will be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I have, like for example, I'm going up to Okanagan for my friend's wedding, and I'm planning to just like drive up and just kind of have pit stops. I never do that.
Are you driving by yourself?
Yeah.
When are you going?
You want to come?
Because I really want to go up there. I'll just do my own thing while you go to the. I'll pick you up after the wedding.
Okay.
Because you're going to be a little drunk boy.
Excuse me. I don't drink that much.
This one is.
Actually, you know what? Even just in the last month, I like played beer pong for like the first time. No, second time.
Beer
First
pong.
time. And it's just like
Were
actually
you
really good at it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad, for his weird skills. Actually, one time we were at Costco, they had no cups left, so they had red Solo cups. My dad's like, "Do you know that you could play beer pong with those?" I'm like, "Yes, Dad." This is like fast food.
Are we going to play beer pong with your dad?
My dad's probably really good though.
I feel like he
Like,
would destroy us.
He's really good at like games and like slight weird, like what's the word? Talents.
Yeah.
He can shoot a flying with an escapade.
That's so cool.
I know.
It's like a ninja.
What do I have?
Can he catch a fly with chopsticks too?
Yeah. No, it's honestly like I don't understand how. I saw a TikTok about like another like older Asian guy doing it, and I thought like that's my dad.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? I can't remember now.
Great. Well, that's the end of the episode. Is there anything else on my list? I don't think there is.
How long has it been?
48 minutes.
Ooh,
Wow, we're doing pretty well for an episode we haven't done in.
I know.
2
Let's
months.
go. Is there anything else on our list? Summer teens.
I think that's it.
Yeah. And see. Ow. Ow. I have fat lip.
Your fat lip.
Ow.
She hit her fat lip.
Ow.
That's the end of the episode. We'll see you next time. Bye. Hey everyone. We hope you enjoyed another episode of RiceWashed. If you'd like to support us in another way, we have a Patreon. We have 2 tiers, Rice Buds for $5 a month, where you can simply just support our podcast, and Rice Fam, $15 a month, where you can get some bonus content as well. If you'd like to support us, you can find us at patreon.com/RiceWashPodcast. See you next time.